Hey guys, Sci-Fi Guy 2094 here. I'm going to be talking about Smile 2. Smile 2 follows up the very successful Smile film. In this story, we're following a fictional pop star. Her name is Sky Riley. We find out that Sky has had a troubled past with substance abuse and things of that nature. And so she's infected with the smile creature entity, whatever you want to call it, this demon, this creature, this specter. And you know, again, once you're infected with this thing, it's nearly impossible to get rid of. Because once it's with you, you die within like, I think within like a week or so. You die. And in this movie, she is getting ready for like this huge concert, like this huge tour, that she's going to be doing like all over, seemingly like the world. And she really has to struggle with, well, for one, the fame. The fame of everyone's watching her. If that wasn't paranoia enough, crazy fans that she has to deal with. Once she's infected, they're not just normal fans now. Now she's seeing the smile everywhere. So, we find out that she had a dark past with substance abuse because of the car accident she was in, which she caused because she was in a toxic relationship with this guy. You know, he was like taunting her, and he was like calling her psycho. And then she started crying, and he was still taunting her. She grabbed the wheel, and he's like, what are you doing? You're crazy. And he tried to again steer like he was supposed to, and make sure they didn't crash and die. And they did crash. He died. She survived with a broken leg and other injuries. And you know because of that, she dealt with substance abuse with I guess probably like painkillers that are like, I guess, opioids, you would call them. And other psychiatric issues she had to kind of deal with, and things like that, just because of that whole experience. So when she's infected, and she's seeing these things from the creature's manifesting these things. It's not just all in her head. Like, this stuff is actually the creature's manifesting these things, and she is the one infected, so she can see them. They are real. No one else can see them because they're not infected, but they are real. Especially they're real to Sky. And her mom is her manager. They have this tumultuous relationship. And once she's infected, she starts to see the things, the people smiling, the creepy bizarre stuff, the faces of people that she had previously like met at like autograph signings and things like that. It gets to the point where she's just acting so bizarre and out of character, and her mom is like, are you using again? And she's like, no, mom, I'm not using. And from the outside looking in, it's like that's the only conclusion one would come to. She's acting psychotic and just very bizarre. And so obviously her mom thinks she's using, and obviously she's not using. At this point, she's not using. But nobody believes her. She eventually gets checked into a psychiatric hospital, and whew, man, I gotta say. So there's the scene with her mom where the creature, there's like a piece of glass. The mom takes the glass, and she like freaking, with the glass, and then she takes it in her eye, and she like, stabs it in her eye, and it's so scary, so creepy, it's gory, it's disturbing. Whew. Okay, this is the crazy part, because in the past, throughout the movie, when she was seeing these things happen, when she was in her apartment and things like that, she would like, maybe she drink some water or something, or she kind of calm down, do some breathing exercises, and or somebody would come along, and then she'd realize, okay, I'm okay. None of these things are these things aren't here. The things aren't happening. Like the guy with the tidy whities who was standing in the hallway. You know, she looked around, and then he wasn't there. But this time, when she's in the facility with her mom, it's like the mom really is dead. She was there. The mom's really dead. And Sky is the one holding this big shard of glass. So she's the one that actually killed her mom. It was very gruesome. It was very bloody. And at that point, you just feel so bad for Sky. It was just. And there's this one last ditch effort to purge this creature from her. From this guy who said he was like an ER doctor, and he has this theory on how to cure her by stopping her heart because it needs a living host. And unfortunately, man, we have some hope, but that didn't work out either. That was just a ploy by this the Smile creature as well. And it ends on a very ominous note where she's in a concert and she kills herself in front of tens of thousands of people. So now all these people are infected, and the cycle is just going to continue on a much larger scale. Whew, this movie was terrifying. It was so disturbing. And the fact that this movie was just directed in a way where something so subtle as a person with a smile can be so terrifying, I think speaks volumes of how good this director is and the filmmakers, and how much you can really do with psychology, and dealing with also paranoia, fame, and people's own phobias, and things of that nature. So I think I give a huge credit to the writers and directors of this film, because a lot of times, things as simple as like a smile, especially on that creepy little girl with like the braces when she was signing autographs, like that was so damn creepy. Now a lot of times that is creepier than like seeing like zombies or werewolves or other supernatural creatures. So man, hats off to this film crew, everyone involved, especially the lead actress. I think her name is Naomi Scott. I believe it says she plays in Power Rangers, is what I would have seen her in as the Pink Ranger, but I don't remember her as Kimberly the Pink Ranger. Anyway, great movie, 10 out of 10. It's streaming on Paramount Plus, so check it out right now.